Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. So welcome back to our May week 4. All right, this is the last week of May. All right, yes, Ashley and Yunqing, hello. Where's the rest of everyone? late as usual, I guess. All right, so let's continue with our chapter 4. I'll try to finish this by today. And next week we will be entering chapter 5. I guess. Yeah, chapter 5. So your notes is already on the way to you if you haven't received it, okay, because I already sent it to you last week. So you should have it by now or maybe sometime around next week, I'm not sure, but you should have received it by now lah, or maybe a few more days. All right, so anyway, where were we? We learned something really important last week. All right, so we learned what is our group 1. Okay, coming down, you have groups in a periodic table. Okay, and of course, don't forget the top number is the atom number, which is the proton number, and the bottom one, which is mass number, which is proton plus neutron. Okay, this one you already know, hopefully, right? And of course, we have learned what is group 1, group 2, all the way to group 18. Group 1 to group 18, that is your periodic table. So as we know, group 1 coming down, you have to know the trend. As I said, 那个趋势它变大还是变小. Okay, so that's your trend. So as you can see, as they come down, the atomic number increase, mass number increase, melting point decrease, boiling point decrease. So you should guess what happens next lah. So as you know, group 1 metals, they are very reactive. Put in water, they will explode. Okay, they will catch on fire, so they have to be stored in oil, right? And of course, what are the uses? You use lithium, you use it in batteries, sodium, you use it in the lamp, potassium, you use it in your nutrient for plants, okay, your fertilizer, okay, and of course, we have drawn this thing, if you still remember, okay, we have learned how to draw this thing. So how do you draw this thing? It depends on your proton number, because proton number decides how many electrons you have. Like I said, proton and electron is always the same. How many protons means you have how many electron. And then if you have how many electron, how do you draw them? Like I said, you have something called shells. Okay, shells. So the first shell you can put 2 electron, second shell you can put 8, third shell you can put 8, fourth shell you can put 8. Okay, so they fill up from the first shell on. All right, so if you have 3 proton or 3 electron, you will put 2 in the first and 1 in the second. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And then, like I said, this is not really that important in your year 7 to year 9, but it will be really important in your year 10 and 11. Okay. Yes, Jenny, hello. Good evening. All right, so as I was saying, okay, we are recapping on last week. So if you have 11 proton, that means you have 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second, and 1 in the third. So 2 plus 8 plus 1, you get 11. All right, so this one, when you add them together, it always equal to this one. So 19 is 2.8.8.1. Because 2 plus 8 plus 8 plus 1, you get 19. All right, so this is how they are arranged. Okay. So group 2 metals, this is not so much to mention here. Let's just quickly go into it. Group 2 is very similar to group 1. All right, it's just that they are less reactive. 他们没有反应这样大，没有 group 1 这样 crazy， 他们不会讲爆炸。So group 1 is the crazy one, they will explode. But group 2 they are still reactive, but they chill a bit. Group 2 is like the more chill one. Sometimes they're still very crazy. Like I said, you put them in your fireworks, but they are a bit more chill. All right. So as you can see, density, they decrease down the group, melting point decrease, boiling point decrease. All right. This is from your textbook, by the way. So they are, okay, you see, they are also called another name called alkaline earth metal. There's 2 names for it, but I don't really memorize this thing, okay, because when you say group 2, people understand. All right, this is just another name for it. All right, so alkaline earth metals, okay, that's the group 2 one. They are less reactive than alkaline metal. That means group 2 is less reactive than group 1. Alkaline metals are group 1. Like I said, group 1 is the crazy one. Group 2 is less crazy. I mean, they are still crazy sometimes, but not as crazy as group 1 lah. 1 is the really cheesy one. Okay, they will react with anything. All right. So beryllium does not react with oxygen, magnesium, calcium, strontium. Like I said, these 3 they are used in your fireworks. All right. And of course, let's just look at the use now. Beryllium, you'll use them in your mineral. Okay, one of it is called beryl. Okay, so they are found in emerald and aquamarine. Now, what is emerald? What are these 2 things? Okay, these are what we call gemstones. You know what is gemstone? 宝石. Gemstones they are more expensive minerals. All right, you see salt is a mineral. 盐是矿物，盐是 mineral. Gemstones are also mineral. It's just that gemstones they are more expensive. All right, salt is cheap. Gemstone is expensive. 盐便宜，宝石贵. So you will wear gemstone. You won't wear salt. Right? Why would you wear salt? But they are both minerals. Okay, they are both minerals. It's just that gemstone is more expensive lah. Of course, you have so many types of gemstones. Okay, have you heard of emerald? Have you heard of emerald? Emerald is like one of the most expensive gemstone lah. I mean, not as expensive as your diamond, but you see, look at the price. They are not cheap. Okay, you have 1,000 something, 8,000 something. It depends on the size. Guys, quick info. How do you look at gemstones? You look at their size. Okay, usually we measure gemstone using something called carat. Not that carrot you eat, but C-A-R-A-T, carat. Carat is how big your gemstone size is. Okay, if you have heard of wedding ring, 结婚戒指, you know the size of the diamond matters. Okay, the bigger the diamond, the more expensive it is. So same thing goes to your gemstone. All right. So, and of course, you look at the quality too. So you see, it has many different colors. So certain colors are more expensive than certain other colors. All right. This one, I'm not sure which one is better. I don't know. It's a very subjective thing. Maybe you like green, maybe you don't. So nobody knows. Okay, aquamarine is the same thing. All right, and then you have so many more else gemstone. You learn it in year 7. Okay, you have sapphire, you have malachite. Okay, malachite. Okay, I just bought this for my wife last time. Okay, it's really expensive. Okay, but it looks really cool. Okay, malachite is another green gemstone, as you can see. You see, they have this very beautiful pattern on it. When you cut them, you see, they have these nice tracks on it. This is really expensive. Okay, I mean, it's her birthday present but this is, I mean, it looks nice, but it's very, guys, certain gemstones okay, just to let you know some gemstones they're very hard to take care of. They are very hard to take care of. 有些宝石是很难照顾的。有些人跟你讲你买了这个宝石，你不可以拿去冲凉Okay, you cannot shower with it. Because if you shower with it, if they touch water, this thing will go bad. I don't know, it's a very good thing. This one I don't really know. Okay, do you find this nice? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. All right, so beryllium is mixed with other metals to make alloys that are strong yet light in weight. What is an alloy? If you still remember, alloy is 合金. That means when you put 2 different metals together, you get an alloy, something which is stronger and harder. All right, so magnesium, like I said, it is used in your camera flash last time. Okay, and use it to make alloys too. Calcium is found in your baking powder. Okay, and they are found in your, what is this? This is your limestone. Okay, limestone. Lime. Do you know what's a limestone, guys? Limestone is 石灰. Okay, 石灰in Cantonese we call. If you go to Batu Cave, I mean, most of us have not been there. I mean, if you have been to Batu Cave, the whole Batu Cave is made from limestone. It is a natural limestone. You go to Ipoh, you see a lot of limestone because Ipoh is very famous for limestone. All right, so that's your calcium. Basically, limestone is calcium. All right, they are formed millions of years ago. Okay, very many years ago. So in human body, calcium is required for the formation of healthy teeth and bones and the contraction of muscles. All right, so your teeth is made from calcium. Okay, I'm sure you heard of this If you want healthy teeth, you brush your teeth. So because inside, and of course you drink milk because your milk has calcium. Okay, so really simple. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go to group 17. Okay, let's learn something new today. So you have your something called your halogen. Okay, group 17 is called halogen. Okay, let's look at the other end. So last week we have learned group 1 and group 2. These two. Okay, today let's learn group 17 and 18. We have learned one end. Let's learn on the other end. You might say, sir, then how about the middle one? Usually middle one, we don't learn one. I mean, because they're very complicated, right? I mean, next time when you go to high grade chemistry, maybe you can learn the one in the middle, but usually we don't, okay? We just learn the one on the very left hand side or the very right hand side. All right, so let's look at group 17, okay? Group 17, they are the crazy one too. All right, they're also gila crazy one. 他们也是畸形的. All right, what do I mean? Group 17, they are the same as group 1. They are super stupid reactive. All right, they touch anything, they will explode also. So think of it this way: group 1 is the guy. Okay, is a crazy guy. So group 17 is a crazy girl. Same thing. 两个都是畸形的 ，OK。Group One 是男子很急啦，然后 Group 17是女子很急啦 ，so it's the opposite 啦。Alright, so you have your halogens here. So your physical properties of a halogen. Let's look at them. Okay, you have your fluorine, chlorine, and bromine. Okay, so if you the thing is actually the same. Going down, atomic number increase, they become bigger. The electronic structure, I'm sure you know what is 2.7, 2.8.7. 2.8.18%, because as they go down, they fill up the shells. So the outermost is 7. Right, the mass number also increase. As they go down, they become bigger and heavier. Color, this one you don't really need to know. And then melting point, as they go down, they increase too. Melting point, boiling point, they increase. As you go down, they will become higher boiling point and higher melting point. So that's the difference between 17 and 18. 17 and 1. So you see 1 going down, these two they decrease. But the rest they increase. But this one, the 2 they increase. All right, you don't need to memorize this, guys. You don't have to memorize this. This is just like a learn for fun thing. Okay, this part. All right, so chemical properties of halogen, like I said, they are super reactive. When fluorine and water meet, a vigorous reaction. Vigorous means 激烈, 很强烈, very strong. This will go blah, 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 like that. All right, and of course, chlorine dissolves in water and react with it to produce hydrochloric acid and hypochlorous acid. Do you know what is hypochlorous acid, guys? Hypochlorous acid is your bleach. 你的漂白水就叫做 hypochlorous acid. Do you think this is bad? Yes, bleach is very bad. All right, you want to kill yourself, you drink bleach. I mean, you'll be very painful to die, but you know, drinking bleach is one of the ways. All right, and of course, bromine also dissolves in water but reacts more slowly and forms hydrogen bromide and hydrobromous acid. Okay, not really important. Iodine is somewhat down here. There's one more called iodine. So iodine does not dissolve in water and does not react with it. So as you can see, they are all very reactive. And you know what's the bad thing? All group 17, all of these they are very poisonous. All right. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, they are all very dangerous. All right. And of course, the front 2 they are the most dangerous. So don't play with chlorine or fluorine gas. I don't think you have the chance because this is really poisonous. All right. They used to use chlorine gas in World War I to kill people. 世界第一大战时候，如果你有读历史他们就是用 chlorine gas 去杀人的。This is a very nasty gas, guys. All right, so don't play with your group 17. They are very dangerous gases. All right, so let's look at the use. Okay, let's look at the use. Are we drawing anything? Yeah, maybe later. All right, so let's look at the use. Fluorine is a pale yellow green poisonous gas, like I told you. All right, but they have a very good use. Fluorine is actually found in your toothpaste. Why? Because sodium fluoride, it prevents tooth decay. So very good for your teeth. You might say, sir, that means we are brushing our teeth with poison. Don't worry. Fluorine is poisonous. Okay, fluorine is poisonous, but sodium fluoride is not poisonous. Okay, this is poisonous, but this is not. You might say, huh, sir, why leh? Because you see, okay, let's talk about chemistry. I'm not sure whether I've told you this before. Okay, you know sodium, right? Sodium is group 1, right? Sodium is the crazy one. Like I told you, sodium is here. They have to be stored in oil. If you don't, they will react with anything, then they will explode. They will catch fire, they will explode. So you see, sodium is very crazy. And then chlorine is very crazy too. Chlorine is group 17. All right, as you can see, chlorine, they're also poisonous. Right? You see, chlorine is a yellow-green poisonous gas. All right, so let me ask you, sodium plus chlorine, what do you think you will get? Something so dangerous react with something so poisonous. You might think, sir, am I going to create something even more dangerous? Actually, no. These two when they react together, you get sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is your salt. The salt in your kitchen, that thing is sodium chloride. You might say, sir, why is it like that? Because you see, that's the way it is. This is very dangerous. This is also very dangerous. When they react with each other, they kind of cancel each other out. All right. Sodium being very dangerous, chlorine being very dangerous, they just cancel each other out. Like I said, sodium is the crazy guy. Chlorine is the crazy girl. 一个是很气息的男子，一个是很气息的女子。So when they get married, they kind of make each other more lovey-dovey. They are not that dangerous anymore. OK 我的形容词很烂I know my analogy sucks, but you get the point, all right? Someone very dangerous. Okay, let's say you are the noisy one in your class and next time your boyfriend or girlfriend is another crazy one somehow you guys get together, you guys are not that crazy anymore. You guys just kind of cancel each other out. I don't know, okay? I'm just guessing. All right, so sodium plus chlorine, you actually get sodium chloride. This thing is not dangerous at all. All right, do you die eating salt? Do you get poisoned eating salt? No. All right, but sodium and chlorine can definitely kill you. You see, that's the beauty about chemistry. You can have something so dangerous reacting with something more dangerous, and somehow you get something harmless. All right, so next year chemistry you understand. So this sodium fluoride same as your sodium chloride, they are a type of salt, so it doesn't do anything to your body. I mean, besides the fact that they make your teeth stronger, they're not going to kill you, they're not going to poison you or whatever. All right, so they actually add this in drinking water too. Our government, they actually added fluorine inside your water too. They add sodium fluoride in your water. You must say, why lesser? Because last time 50, 60 years ago when people have no money to get toothpaste, all right, when people have no money to get toothpaste, so the government will put fluoride in the water to stop your teeth from decaying. All right, I mean, nowadays, do you hear people who are too poor for toothpaste? Not really, right? But they still add it anyway. Yeah, they still add it, so that's why you still have fluorine in your water. Okay, yes, hello, 你好。这样子的。Okay, anyway, 我们在 group 17这个是 page, what page is this again? Oh shit, I forgot to put page again. Okay, so group 17上个礼拜的，再下一点。Okay, anyway, so this is your chlorine, right? Fluorine. So you use it in your toothpaste and you use it in your drinking water. So these two things, they help you to stop tooth decay. 它不要给你的牙齿蛀掉，不要给它腐烂。You go and read your toothpaste later. Your toothpaste 你的牙膏它上面会写有 fluoride they will write like a fluorine one. That thing is to help your tooth decay one. All right, and of course, fluorine is one of the elements in your CFC. You know, in CFC, you know, they actually banned this thing already. I think in pollution we talked about this CFC is the thing that is in your refrigerant last time. You know, your aircon and your fridge, they have this thing. They will go to your ozone layer, they will spoil the ozone layer. 他们会把那个臭氧层弄掉。So your UV ray your 紫外线can straight away come into your earth and they will cause you to have skin cancer. Okay, so fluorine is one of them. All right, but the important one is this, okay, to prevent tooth decay. All right, next, chlorine. Okay, chlorine you know they add chlorine too in your water. Your drinking water, the government already add chlorine. You know they add chlorine to swimming pool. All right, sometimes when you go to swimming pool you can smell that that chlorine smell. Your swimming pool water just kind of smell like bleach. You know bleach 漂白水，有时你去，你等那个 swimming pool 刚修好的时候，你去你会嗅到那个漂白水的味道，那个 bleach 的味道 ，okay? Because they put chlorine 啦 ，right? Because swimming pool is a place where the public goes. All right, they cannot have some kind of nasty bacteria growing in the water. If not, you will die. Okay, so this is how they stop the bacteria. Okay, they will put chlorine inside. So chlorine is a yellow-green poisonous gas that is found in combination with sodium as rock salt. Like I told you, sodium chloride 是盐. Okay, something from group 1 adding to your group 17. Sodium chloride is actually a salt. Okay, this is harmless. Okay, 没有伤害的. Chlorine is used to kill bacteria in water supply system, right? You add chlorine in your water, and it's also used in the manufacture of bleach. Bleach 就是漂白水，漂白水就是用 chlorine 做的. So it forms hydrochloric acid, which has many use in industry. So chlorine is very useful, guys. Chlorine is very useful. Our water has it, right? When you turn on your tap water, 你开你的水龙头do you know you can drink straight from your pipe? 你知道你可以直接喝水龙头的水的吗？等下你去开你的水龙头，你可以直接拿来喝。You can drink that straight because they already put chlorine inside. Our Malaysia water already has chlorine. All right, so go and tell your mama, 跟你的妈咪讲you don't need to boil your water anymore. 你家里的水是不用煮了的，因为它有放 chlorine 了，你煮来什么？ They already kill all the bacteria with chlorine. Why would you cook it again? You see, cooking water is a waste of time. What you need to do is you need to filter the water. 过滤就好，不用煮的。All right, you might say, sir, how can we drink straight from the pipe? Won't we die, man? No, we won't die. It's just that it's a bit dirty. You know why? You know why is it dirty? Because our water treatment plant 那个清洁水的地方Okay, let me show you. Okay, water treatment plant. 这个是去清洁水的地方。好的。here啦 sewage treatment 啦。好的。I don't know whether you've seen this before, right? But this is how they treat your water before they send it to your house. 它会在这里净化你的水，再传去你的家里。All right, so water coming out from here is 100% clean. Okay, not 100%, maybe 99%. Okay, that means the water coming out from here is very clean. You can drink it. 这里出来的水你是可以直接喝的。It's just that when going from here to your house, the underground pipe 那个地底下的那个水喉因为水是走地底下的 pipe 的嘛 ，that pipe is already very rusty. 它已经是很生锈了的。So when it comes to your house they are bringing the rust to you. 它把那个生锈带给你。That means if you switch on your tap you get your water straight you will get rust inside. 你的水龙头水里面是有锈的，有生锈的。So can you drink that? Yes, you can. Okay, drinking rust doesn't kill you. Okay, drinking rust doesn't kill you. It's just that it doesn't taste very nice. It will have this metal taste to it. 你的水有一个铁的味道那个就是生锈的味道咯。后来会死咩？不会。You won't die one. Okay, so next time if you have no time to wait you can just drink straight from the tap water. This is why I tell you, if you say, sir, I don't want to drink rust 我不要喝生锈怎么办？ That's why I tell you to filter your water啦。You only need to filter your water. Don't cook your water. 不用煲滚水了的，浪费时间。You're just wasting your money, wasting your time. You already have chlorine inside. Why would you boil your water? Okay, scientific knowledge, guys. Anyway, so next, what about bromine? Bromine is a red-brown liquid, okay, which produce a poisonous, strong-smelling brown vapor. You see, they are all poisonous. 全部都是有毒的。Okay, at room temperature. Silver bromide is light sensitive and is used in photographic film to record the amount of light in different parts of the image focused by the camera lens. Right? Do you know what's a photographic film? Do you know what's a photographic film? Last time's camera, okay. Last time's camera, okay, hang on. Okay, your photographic film. All right, last time's camera, they will use something called this thing. This is the film. 这个叫菲林啊，菲林啊。Last time's camera, okay, back when I was a kid, wow, that was very long ago. Okay, 20 something years ago, we have no such thing as digital camera. 以前是没有 digital, 以前是没有 memory card 的，没有这种东西。Okay, now, do you use this thing? Okay, maybe a Polaroid lah. Okay, for girls, I don't know whether you have heard of this before. Okay, some girls they have this thing called Polaroid. Okay, Polaroid film. This is the thing. This is the Polaroid film. Some of you still use this thing. I mean, it's like a retro thing. But you know, we don't use this thing anymore. Now, all our picture is saved in memory card. Last time when I was a kid, there's no such thing. You have to use something called photographic film. This thing is a pain in the ass to use because once you took a picture, you cannot reverse. OK， 这个东西你拍错了就是没有 reverse 了的。所以而且以前这个东西你要懂你拍的好不好你要去洗相片。You have to bring it to the photo shop. You have to, print the photos out. Only you know whether you took something right or not. So taking picture last time was really expensive. Okay, we got digital one. Now you just switch on your phone. You can just take anything you want. Last time was not like this. Okay, it was very, very troublesome. All right, so this is your bromide. So on the, just now that brown color film, it's actually something called silver bromide. Very sensitive to light. Okay, this one just learn for fun. Okay, anyway, so let's learn how to draw them. Right, let's learn how to draw them. As I told you, okay, you just follow the number. Okay, so fluorine has atomic number 9. That means 它的 proton 是9粒. Okay, it has 9 proton. That means it has 9 electrons. So 9粒 electron 怎样排So 2.7 First layer, first shell. Remember I talked about this last week. First shell can put 2. Second shell can put 8. But now they can only put 7 because 2 plus 7 is 9. 2加7是9嘛这两个数字加起来一定要是等于这个 okay, because it's the number of electron you arrange. Right, so first layer can put 2. Okay, second layer can put 9. So sorry, 7. So you have 2.7. Okay, that's your fluorine. And of course, your chlorine has 17 atomic number. So this one got 17 proton. That means you have 70 electron. So how do you arrange 70 electron? 2.8.7. Okay, 2.8.7. So 2 in the first layer, 8 in the second layer, and 7 in the third layer. So 2.8 plus 0.7. So 2 plus 8 plus 7, you get 17. Okay, so this is your chlorine. So same as last week. So 2.1, that means you have 3 electron. 2 plus 8 plus 1, that means you have 11. 2 plus 8 plus 8 plus 1, you have 19. Okay, simple. So this is how you draw it. Okay, next, let's look at group 18. Okay, this is the easiest group to learn. 这个是最容易学的 group. Why? Because this group, there's nothing to learn one. All right, this group is what we call noble gases. Okay, or we call it inert gases. Okay, what does it mean by inert? Inert means no reaction. Okay, inert means no reaction. Inert 的意思就是没反应。如果我跟你讲一个东西是 inert 的就它不会产生化学反应的。It will not do any chemical reaction. For example, glass is inert. Alright, 玻璃是 inert 的，为什么呢？因为玻璃会跟任何人产生反应吗？不会。Glass will not react with anything. You put any kinds of chemicals or whatever, glass will just chill there. They will not corrode. They will not, react with anything. Glass is glass. Alright, so glass is inert. So your group 18, which is your noble gases, they are very inert too. That means these gases, they won't react with anything. No, none. Not react with nothing. You give them fire, you give them oxygen, you give them whatever, they will say, okay, no reaction. So your group 18 is where? Group 18 is here. In the group 18. Right, so you have your helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon. All these things, they are very, very chill. No reaction at all. Okay, so as you can see, the noble gases are very unreactive. 没反应 nothing. They will not burn, will not catch fire, will not react with anything. They will just chill. Okay, so very unreactive. some of their users. Okay, let's just learn about the users. Okay, we just memorize the use. Okay, so this part is important. They will ask you in the exam here. So what is helium? All right, helium is the second lightest gas in the world. So we use them to put balloon. Right? Have you seen those floaty balloon? That is actually helium inside. So helium is lighter than air and is used to lift meteorological balloons into the atmosphere. Okay, you don't just use helium in your normal birthday floating balloon. They put it in meteorological balloons too. Okay, what is meteorological? 就是天气, your weather. The weather. They use this to study the weather. Okay, meteorological balloon. They actually use this to study your environment. This thing, they use this they actually put a camera there or a recorder there to study your okay, they will float this thing up to the sky and then they will observe the earth lah. Okay, 这个东西是拿来做气候用的。Alright, so this is your helium. Okay, so these balloons collect information for weather forecasting. So how do they know what's the weather coming? How do they know when is a hurricane coming? 他们怎样知道暴风雨要来了嘞？就是用这个 helium 咯。So helium is also mixed with oxygen to help deep sea divers breathe underwater. So what is, you know, that oxygen tank? If you go for diving, you wear that yellow color oxygen tank, right? Inside they actually mix with a little bit of helium. Okay, why? Because when they mix with helium, it's actually better for breathing. I'm not going to go into that. Okay, this is another information for another time. Okay, so next, neon. Neon is the second one. Neon, can you see they are the brightest? When you put electricity through neon, neon will glow up like crazy, very bright. And they will produce a red light when current flows through it, and they're used in your advertising. Okay, nowadays we don't use neon anymore. Neon is like 很旧的 technology, very old technology. So when did we use neon? Neon was used in the 1980s. Okay, there you have something called neon sign. Okay, you go to Hong Kong, okay, neon. Why is my Google not? Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, hang on, let me okay, so this is your neon sign. Okay, neon sign, so they look like this, there, you see? I mean, nowadays we are using there. Last times Hong Kong looked like this, right? The red color sign is neon. And it makes this buzzing sound. 你用 neon 的灯，还有一个声音，有一个的声音there. This is the neon sign lah. So last time we just use them in all kinds of advertising lights. So nowadays we don't use it anymore lah, because they are okay. Neon sign is really hot. Hong Kong used to look like this. So this is really hot. I mean, we don't use it anymore because it's really old technology. That's a neon lah. Alright, so argon, it's the same thing. Argon, they are used in your wire filament light bulbs. Okay, last time your grandma's age light bulb, they will put argon inside. Okay, it's a type of gas. So why do we use argon? Argon is used instead of air containing oxygen because it does not react with the tungsten and the filament lasts longer. What is tungsten? Tungsten is this thing in the middle. Okay, tungsten filament. Tungsten filament is this thing. Last time your light bulb has this wire in the middle, right? That wire is the tungsten. So if you put air inside, if your light bulb puts air inside, this tungsten will react with the oxygen and burn. But if you put argon inside, they will light up just fine. They can last much longer. This is what Edison did. Okay, he put argon inside the light bulb. Okay, so they last longer. And of course, krypton and xenon, we use them in lamps. We use it in lamps. We use them in a flash gun. Okay, xenon is used in your camera flash. Last time, all right. And xenon is used in your airport or your lighthouse. As you can see, they are white or blue in color. So they produce this very strong white light. That's why xenon and krypton, we use it in other places. All right. So this xenon is quite expensive. That's why camera flash is very expensive. I mean, not your LED camera flash, as the real photographer professional flash. I think it's called a xenon flash. Xenon is really, really expensive. All right. So anyway, so how do we draw them? How do we draw them? Very simple. So helium has atomic number of 2. So the proton number is 2. It has 2 proton. So that means it has 2 electron. 它有2粒 proton, 2粒 electron. So 就这样so the 2 electron will fill up the first shell. That's all. 它们装满第一层 shell 就完了。So the first shell is full. Okay, the shell is full. And then the second one, neon is 10. 10 means they have 10 proton. And then they have 10 electrons. Right? So how do they fill? They fill it like this, 2.8. Is it mentioned here? Oh, no, it's not mentioned here. So you can write this down here. Okay, you can write this down. So your neon is 2.8. 2.8. So the first shell they put 2. Second shell they put 8. 第一层装2粒，第三层装8粒。So you see, full. Second shell is full also. And then argon, same thing. You have 18. That means you have 18 protons and you have 18 electrons. So how are they arranged? Same thing, 2.8.8. Because 2 plus 8 is 10 ma. 10 plus 8 is 18 ma. So first shell put 2, second shell 8, third shell 8. So the outermost shell is full. All right. So guys, how do we know something is reactive or not? We look at the outermost electron. We look at the outermost electron. You see, every atom is trying to achieve 8. If I achieve 8, if I make my outer shell full, I'm happy. All right, if you look at group 1, why are they so crazy? Because the outermost is 1. You see, 1, 1, 1. What happens when you have 1 electron on the outside? You will die want to throw this electron away. 对吗？如果你的最外面只有1粒你丢掉1粒你就 perfect 了。你会怎样做？你死都会把它丢掉。You will die throw this thing away. You see, because if I throw this one away, now I'm full. The second shell will be no more. My first shell will be full. 2 And if my sodium 2.8.1 if I throw this one away I'm 2.8 now. 2.8我装满了，没了，完美了 perfect. And then the same goes to your potassium. If I throw this one away, I'll be 2.8.8, 2.8.8. 我的最外面就是8粒了 perfect 完美。So this is why group 1 is so crazy, because 他们就欠1粒 one more they are perfect, so they will die throw away, so they are crazy. Same goes to your 17. You see 17 now fluorine is 2.7. 2.7 it's the reverse lah. Just now I throw one more, I become perfect. Now I take one more. 我拿多1粒我就 perfect 了。So this is why group 17 is similarly crazy. And this is 2.8.7. I take one more, I will become perfect. They die want to take one more. So that's why group 1 and group 17, they're very good friends. Very good friends. Group 1 wants to throw, group 17 wants to take. Group 1死要丢掉那1粒， group 17死要拿多1粒，所以他们可以做好朋友咯。Alright, group 17 and 1 they are very good friends. Whereas your group 18 do they need to do anything? 他们需要做东西吗？不用了。你看 2 perfect, okay, full, 8 perfect, 8 perfect. 他们已经装满了，不用丢也不用拿了。They are already perfect. If you already have 8 electrons on the outside, you are already perfect. Would you go and do something more to make yourself more perfect? No, you won't. It's like, okay lah, enough already lah. I'm good enough. So that's why your group 18, they are the complete opposite. They are not crazy at all. They will not react with anything. 你的 group 18是谁都不会产生反应的，他都已经满了，他还要你的 electron 来做么？他还要丢 electron 给你做什么？They don't need to do anything. Perfect, complete perfect. That's why group 18 they are so chill. Okay, group 18 is like very chill. They will do nothing because they're already perfect. All right. So anyway, that's it for this chapter. Okay, I know this electron part is very hard, but it's actually not very hard lah. Okay, I hope I make myself clear. I hope I made it clear for you, because next year you'll be learning the same thing, the exact same thing again in chemistry. You might have really learned it in school too. All right, anyway, so let's go to our exercise. Okay, let's finish this by today. I might finish this class early, who knows. All right, so like I said, next week we will be going to chapter 5. 我们下个礼拜进第5课 so hopefully you have your notes ready. All right, it's being on the way to you. Okay, next. Number 5. Table below shows the characteristic of some elements in group 17. Okay, so this is what we have seen just now. Right, our group 17s are also called halogens. All right, halogens. So, are the halogens metal or non-metals? Okay, of course they are non-metals. 它们是非金属. How do I know? Because they are on the right side of the periodic table. You have learned this in year 8. Anything on the the right side is non-metal. The blue is non-metal. This, they are all metal. Metal is on the left. Non-metal is on the right. Always. All right, so halogen, which is group 17, now this is a non-metal. All right, next. What is the trend or pattern, like I told you, in the melting point of this group? You look at this melting point. From negative 220 to negative 101 to negative 7. This thing just keeps increasing. Maybe iodine, iodine is positive number already, maybe 90 something, 93. I don't know, I'm just guessing. So what is the trend? So it increases. Okay, increases. Or you can say increase going down the group. As you go down, they become more. So C, what is the trend in boiling point? Okay, boiling point is the same thing, from negative 188 to negative 34 to 59. See, positive number. So it just increases and increases. So same thing lah. Okay, increase going down the group. Okay, it increases as they go down. Right, next D. What would you predict about the boiling point and melting point of iodine, the next element? Okay, so what about the boiling point and melting point? It will be for sure higher than bromine, right? Because see, chlorine is higher than fluorine, negative 101 is higher than negative 220, negative 34 is higher than negative 188. So it's higher. So of course, compared to bromine, iodine is even higher. Iodine 在下面嘛，就更高咯。So it will be higher than bromine. Both also higher. 两个都比 bromine 高 higher than bromine. This is guessing, guys. This is just common sense. Right? You might say, sir, how would I know? I've not seen iodine before. This is just guessing. Right? So E, what would you expect iodine to be more or less reactive than bromine? Okay, this is actually out of your syllabus. Okay, it will be actually less reactive. Less reactive. Okay, how do I know less reactive? 我怎样知道它没有这样 reactive 呢? Because you see, just now we study, the crazy one is fluorine. Fluorine is very poisonous. Okay, fluorine, very reactive, whereas your bromine is less reactive. You learn this next year. That means fluorine is the most poisonous. Chlorine is second. Bromine is third. Iodine is fourth. So iodine is less likely to kill you. Fluorine will for sure kill you. That's why we use chlorine in bleach. Right, so less reactive. They become less reactive. So F, what happens to the size of the atoms as you go down? What about the atom size? You look at the atom number, you know. You look at this mass number, you know. As they go from 19 to 35 to 80, they become bigger and bigger and bigger. Mass number, 它们越来越大个嘛，越来越重嘛。So what happened to the size? They will increase. 越来越大个。Alright, so G, what similarity is there in the structure of this atom? So what's the similarity? Right, 共同点在哪里? How are they same? How are they same? They have the same outermost electron, right? 2.7, 2.8.7. This is why they are in group 17. 7 ma. Same goes to your group 1. They have one outside, one outside, one outside. That's why they are called group 1. And then group 18 is the same. Okay, 8, 8, 4. That's why they are called group 18. What group they are depends on the outermost electron. 他们在哪一个 group 是看它最外面有多少粒 electron， 7粒就是 group 17， 8粒就是 group 18， 1粒就是 group 1。Right, so what similarities? Okay, they have the same number of outermost electrons 它们有一样最外面的 electron 的号码大家都有7粒 everyone has 7 that's why they are in group 17 so H suggests why is this group called group 17 well actually the same answer same number of outermost electron 它们有一样的最外面的 electron like I told you guys, like I told you, you might say, sir, why is 7 not group 7? Why is it group 17? Because we skip middle. I told you this last week. 3 to 12 we don't look at it. 3到12我们是直接跳过的。That means if I have 1 outermost electron, 最外面有一粒 that means I'm group 1. If I have 2, group 2. If I have 3, group 13. I don't look at group 3. 我们直接跳 okay, group 13. If I have 4, 14. If I have 5, 15, 16, 17, 18. 3 to 12, we will just jump over them. All right, so you might say, why don't we learn group 3 to 12, sir? 怎么我们不学这个 group 的3到12，怎么我们不要学了？ Because they are too confusing to learn. All right, they are too confusing to learn. They have many colors, all right, and then they have different charges. 他们喜欢就丢一粒 electron， 喜欢就丢3粒，喜欢就丢4粒， and then 他们每次丢不一样的 electron their color is different. They look different in color, so that's why it's very hard for us to study them. So that's why we just kind of, skip the middle group. Anyway, so let's go back to question 3. All right, let's finish this and we shall call it a day. I'm not going to go chapter 5 today because some of you don't have the notes yet. All right, so number 3, neon is a noble gas. What is a noble gas? Noble gas is the stable group. All right, they are in group 18. 他们在 group 18. So it has the electronic structure of 2.8. 它的外面的排法是 2.8 啦. Right, so which of the following shows the electronic structure of neon? Right, so this is 2.3. Okay, 2.3. So this is definitely not. B is 2.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is counting. This is 2.7. All right, so this is 2.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 2.8. Well, C is definitely it. D is 2.1. Right, 2.1. Simple. So neon is definitely C. Okay, C. 2.3, 2.7, 2.8, 2.1. So they already said it here. So even if they ask this in an exam, you can see the question is quite easy. You cannot see this is 2.8, man. Just counting only, man. First shell got 2, second shell got 8. This is just basic counting. If you can count, then that's all. Most likely they won't ask you to draw lah. 应该是不叫你画啦. Most likely. I don't know about your school. So next, how many protons does the atom of neon have? Neon is in group 8. Should be group 18, not group 8 of the periodic table. Other gases in the group have helium and argon. So they already give you the tip. 他跟你讲neon 是跟 argon 跟 helium 同 group 的， so 它有多少个 proton so you look at just now they have the electron is 2.8, right? So 2 plus 8 is 10 electron, right? 他们有10个 electron 吗？因为第一层放2粒嘛，第二层放8粒嘛， so 2.8, so 10 electrons. So if I have 10 electrons, that means I have 10 protons. Like I told you, how many electrons means you have how many protons. 多少减就是多少加，一定是这样的 for sure it's like this. Alright, so how many? So they will have 10 protons. Right, 10 protons. That's why by knowing the proton, I will know the electron. By knowing the electron, I know the proton. Okay, vice versa. So next, the elements in group 8, group 18, not group 8. I don't know why your textbooks just likes to write group 8. Okay, it's group 18, not group 8. So are sometimes called there's a typo here, sorry. They are sometimes called the noble or inert gases. Helium has only 1 shell of electron. Neon has 2, argon has 3. Because helium is 2, neon is 2.8, 2 shells, argon is 2.8.8. All right, so What do the shells of these group have in common? Like I said, they have the same number of outermost electrons. 最外面都是装满的。Maybe you say, sir, neon helium is different. Helium got two, because first layer can only put two, they are full, lor. Okay, or you can say, their outermost shell is full of electrons. They are full. This one, 2 is full, 8 is full, 8 is full. So every outermost layer is full. That's why they are not reactive. Like I said, how reactive something is, it depends on the outermost electron. 1, very reactive. 7, very reactive. 8, not reactive. They are chill. If you are born perfect, you are not chasing for anything anymore. Right? Imagine you have the best house in the world, you have the best car, you have the best of everything. You won't say, oh, you know what, I want another better car. There's no more better car. You already have the best. Okay, so they are already full. 他们已经装满了，他们不会再跟别人产生反应了的。No, not gonna happen. All right, so D, how are elements in group 8, group 18, not group 8, different from all the other elements in periodic table? All right, so like I said, they are inert, right? Or they will not react with other elements. 它不会跟任何人产生反应了。No reaction. That's why, okay, this is why, guys, we put our balloon with helium, not hydrogen. You see, hydrogen is the lightest gas. Helium is the second lightest. You might say, sir, why not we use hydrogen? Lighter what? But you see, hydrogen is in group 1. As I told you, group 1 is the crazy one. Would you want this gas in your balloon? 你要装 hydrogen 在你的 balloon 里面吗？ You know what will happen when hydrogen touch fire? They will explode. Like I said, everyone in group 1 will explode. Do you want your balloon to explode? All right. If your balloon is full of hydrogen, you put fire nearby, this thing will go bang, like a firecracker. 如果你的 hydrogen, 你的 balloon 是装 hydrogen 你点火它就爆炸了的。If you want to prank someone, can lah. Okay, if you see some annoying kids, you don't want to give them helium, you put their balloon with hydrogen and you burn it later. Once they explode, they will go deaf. 它会耳聋掉。Hydrogen is no joke. This is very explosive. This is why we don't use it. We use helium. Helium, no matter how you burn, no matter what fire, whatever you put, they are chill. Helium 是不会着火的，它是不会跟任何人产生反应的。Helium 是很 chill 的。That's why, yes, hydrogen is lighter, but helium is much more safer. 它更安全。That's why we don't use hydrogen. Unless you want an explosion, that's another story. All right, so you know what? I think I'm going to stop here. Right? Have we finished? Oh, yes, we have. All right, so we have finished all our chapter 4. All right, I know it's a bit early, but I'll let you go for now. Remember, next week we will enter chapter 5. You will receive chapter 5 and 6 together because in June, we will finish that 2 chapters, okay? Because chapter 5 and 6 is very short. All right, so I hope you receive your notes by next week. If you haven't, I will put it in Google Classroom. You can use the soft copy for now, okay? But you should have received it by next week, okay? So have a happy Friday. Wish you have a happy weekend too. I will see you guys the same time next week. All right, so good night, everyone. I will see you. Take care and bye-bye.